Son, daughter, pay attention to my words. Do you remember when you were a child, when the world was a place full of discoveries, and your faith flowed like a calm and confident river? You didn't question whether I was by your side. You didn't worry if I would care for you. Your heart was light, without doubts, without distrust, without reservations. You simply knew. You knew that I watched every one of your steps, that I listened to every word, that I dried your tears even before they rolled down your face. You lived without fear of tomorrow because the simplicity of your faith assured you there would always be a lap to hold you, hands to sustain you, and a voice to calm you. Time was not a threat. You didn't demand answers before the right time. You didn't stress over paths you had not yet walked. You simply trusted. You rested. But then the days went by and life began to weigh on your shoulders. I saw every one of those moments. I saw when disappointment started to harden your heart, when the harsh words of others made you close yourself off, when untreated wounds turned into deep scars. I saw when your eyes, once bright with hope, began to reflect doubt. I saw when smiles were replaced by tired expressions. I saw when the dreams you shared with me began to be buried under layers of fear, under the dust of uncertainties. I saw you slowly building walls where once there were bridges. At first, your distancing was almost imperceptible. You still prayed, but your voice no longer carried the same conviction. You still said you believed, but your faith was no longer as firm. You still spoke to me, but not with the same freedom as before. Where there was once surrender, now there was doubt. Where there was once spontaneity, now there were reservations. You began to wonder if it was worth telling me everything. You started to doubt whether I was really there. And the silence you felt around you began to convince you that perhaps I wasn't as present as I used to be. But son, daughter, I am here. I have always been here. I will always be here. I never stopped listening to you. I never stopped caring for you. I never stopped loving you. While you doubted, I watched over you. While you questioned, I remained faithful. While you distanced yourself, I waited for you. Because my love does not change. My love does not alter with time. It does not weaken with your uncertainties. It does not disappear before your fears. I want you to come back. I want you to return to that safe place, that refuge where your faith was like a child's, where you believed without restrictions, without conditions, without demands, where your trust in me was natural, instinctive, unshakable. I want you to speak to me again without fear, without reservations, without hiding anything. I want you to tell me your dreams, your pains, your joys, your secrets. You see, a child doesn't worry if there will be food on the table tomorrow. They simply sit and eat, assured there will be more. They don't lose sleep over whether the bills will be paid or the challenges of the future will be resolved, because they trust there is someone who takes care of all that for them. They don't hesitate to ask for a hug when they are tired. They don't hesitate to run into the arms of the one they love when they feel afraid. They aren't afraid of seeming weak because they know there is strength in the embrace of the one who protects them. And that is what I want for you. I want you to trust in me like that again. I want you to have the freedom to throw yourself into my arms without fear, without overthinking, without worrying whether you will be accepted. I want you to tell me your deepest fears, your quietest pains, your hardest doubts. I want you to find in me the refuge your heart longs for. I see what has been done to you. I saw when they mocked your dreams, when they laughed at your faith, when they despised what you carried in your heart. I saw when someone you trusted betrayed you. I saw when your words were misunderstood, when you felt small, when you were ignored. I saw when you extended your hand and in return received rejection. I saw every tear you shed in the silence of the night. I saw the pains you swallowed to avoid showing weakness. I saw the battles you fought with no one by your side, and I cried with you. But son, daughter, I don't want those wounds to harden your heart. I don't want pain to steal your faith, for disappointments to raise walls between us. I don't want you to live in distrust, trying to protect yourself from new falls, closing yourself off from everything that might make you feel vulnerable. You cannot project the failures of those who hurt you onto me. I am not like them. I do not lie, I do not fail, I do not abandon, I do not reject, I do not despise. My love is constant, solid, eternal. Do you remember how it used to be when you ran to tell me every little detail of your day, when your voice called out to me without hesitation? When your faith didn't need proof, it simply existed, you told me everything, every little detail, every sincere thought. You weren't afraid to be genuine with me, but now you keep so many things to yourself. You're afraid to be vulnerable, afraid that if you talk too much, I'll judge or reprimand you harshly. But son, daughter, before you want to tell me, I already know everything. I know every thought that crosses your mind, every doubt that troubles your heart, every wound you hide. And still I love you. I do not reject you. I do not withdraw. I remain. So come, sit with me. Tell me what's in your heart. Share with me what troubles you. If someone hurt you, tell me. If you are tired, pour it out. If you are afraid, confess it to me. I want to hear your voice again. I want to hear your voice again. I want to hear your laughter again. I want to be your confidant, your refuge, your peace. I know life taught you to be strong. I know at some point you believed you had to face everything alone, that you couldn't show weakness, that you needed to learn to survive without depending on anyone. But that is not the life I desired for you. I did not create you to carry heavy burdens alone. I did not call you to walk overloaded, distrusting, always expecting the worst. I called you to rest in me, to trust in me, to cast all your anxieties on me. I called you to a life of peace, rest, and fullness. Son, daughter, come back to me. No, I'm not talking about religion, rituals, or obligations. I'm talking about relationship, intimacy, trust. I'm talking about returning to being mine, about drawing close to me without fear, without reservations, without barriers. What happened that made you drift away? What hardened your heart? What made you stop believing like before? Whatever it was, I can heal it, I can restore it, I can erase the marks of pain, I can renew all things. But for that, I need you to come. I need you to trust again, to surrender again, to let me into those places in your heart that have been closed for so long. Son, daughter, listen to my words. My love for you has not changed. I am still the one who saw you born. I am still the one who protected you when you were fragile. I am still the one who believed in you when no one else did. And I always will be. Come back to me. Come back to trust. Come back to rest. I am here. I always have been. And I will never leave. Son, daughter, do not let shame keep you from returning to me. I know everything, every misstep, every choice you regret, every thought you wish you could erase. None of it scares me. None of it changes how much I love you. I do not look at you with disappointment. I look at you with compassion. I see the child I formed, the one I have loved since the beginning, and my heart longs to lift you out of the weight you carry. There is no failure too great, no mistake too deep that my grace cannot cover. You may feel unworthy, but I want you to hear this. I do not call you to come because you are perfect. I call you because you are mine. My love for you is not based on your performance, nor is it diminished by your shortcomings. My arms are wide open, ready to embrace you, not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. A father who delights in you, a shepherd who will leave the 99 just to bring you home. You've been searching for peace in so many places, but have you found it? The world promises you solutions, distractions, and temporary comforts, but none of it truly satisfies. The peace your soul craves cannot be found in things or achievements. It can only be found in me. I am the one who calms the storms, the one who restores what has been lost, the one who gives rest to the weary. Let me be your peace. Let me be the place where your heart finally feels safe. I know there are questions in your heart that remain unanswered. You've wondered why certain things happened, why certain prayers seemed to go unheard, why the pain you've endured was allowed. I don't ask you to ignore those questions or pretend they don't exist. Bring them to me. Lay them at my feet. You may not always receive the answers you expect, but I promise you this. I will give you the strength to endure, the wisdom to see beyond the pain, and the assurance that I am working all things together for good. I long to restore your joy, the joy that was once so vibrant in your heart, the joy that no circumstance could take away. It's still there, hidden beneath the layers of doubt and weariness. I want to breathe life into that joy again. Not a fleeting happiness that depends on what happens around you, but a deep, unshakable joy that comes from knowing I am with you, that I am for you, that my plans for you are good. Do you know how much I delight in you? When I look at you, I don't see the broken pieces or the mistakes. I see the beauty of my creation, the unique and precious person I formed with purpose and care. I see the potential I placed within you, the gifts and talents that are waiting to shine. You are not forgotten. You are not insignificant. You are deeply loved, cherished, and valued. I want to walk with you, step by step, through whatever lies ahead. You don't have to navigate life on your own. You don't have to have all the answers or know the way forward. Let me be your guide, your light, your strength. Let me show you the path I've prepared for you, a path filled with hope, with meaning, with blessings you cannot yet imagine. So, my child, come back to me. Let go of the fear, the doubt, the pain that has held you back. Let my love break through the walls you've built. Let my peace flood the places in your heart that feel empty. Let my presence remind you that you are never alone. I am here, waiting for you, ready to carry you, to heal you, to love you as only I can. Come back to the safety of my arms. Come back to the fullness of life that I have for you. Come back to me. Please subscribe to receive more of my truth and turn on notifications so you never miss what I have to say to you.